Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It's Bruce here, Uncle Bruce from Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome to the show this morning. It's 8:30 in the morning Eastern Time, 5:30 in the morning where I am. Good morning, one and all, and nice to see you here. Hope you're having a good. Hope you had a good weekend, and hope you're going to have a good week this week. I got to tell you, not a good weekend in Afghanistan. If you're a resident of Kabul, you woke up to a nasty little surprise yesterday morning. Your town has been overrun by the Taliban. Surprise! Whatever happened to that 3 month time frame that everything was fine? Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Well, it's not so fine now. Trouble in paradise. There's all kinds of things happening in the market right now that have got me wondering just what's going on and how is it going to go. I like to cover the markets in plain English here and try to kind of give you folks an idea of what everything means and what are the implications of if this happens, what happens then, and then what could happen then. There's a lot flowing right now. This is a very active morning. You wouldn't know it by looking at the indexes. The Dow is showing a 15-point gain this morning, like there's nothing happening. Over on S&P, up 7 points, and Nasdaq up 6. So looking at the big markets, man, there's nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Oil is the one giveaway, down $1.96 a barrel this morning to 66.51. It's not like it's gone from 71 to 69 or 73 to 71. It's from 68 to 66, and this is continued weakness coming through the oil market. It has nothing to do with the American economy. It has nothing to do with the United States. It has everything to do with China and overseas oil demand that is being guesstimated to be a lot lower than forecast. And that is where you in America better be paying attention, because it isn't all about America right now. It's about the overseas economy as a whole. The world at the moment is experiencing a number of issues, quote unquote issues. The big one that's on a lot of analysts' minds right now, especially international analysts, China. This China thing is getting worse. We just heard this morning that leading economic indicators are lower for China. Industrial production for the last month under expectations. Employment is higher, and now this constant talk, and I bring it up from time to time, and I apologize if I bore you about this because you have to get this through your heads. Supply chain interruptions. This is a big deal. This can cause a recession in America. Hear me out. I'm not kidding. Supply chain disruptions are a menace to global business. It's not an America problem. It's not a Canada problem. It's not a European problem. It's not a China problem. This is a global problem. And the reality of the world is that most of the world, especially the, let's say, industrialized, developed world, we have perfected ways, ingeniously, to produce products in various locations around the planet for various markets around the planet on a just-in-time inventory type basis. And companies are rewarded handsomely by investors when they can show their investors that they can produce an item, whether it's a barbecue or a toaster or a car or a computer, or cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, any product that requires more than one element. If you require 5 items, 20 items, 80 items, 1,000 items, whatever number of pieces the item has, investors have been rewarding companies that are able to assemble and deliver product to their customers where they literally don't have inventory sitting around for months and months and months waiting to be used. They don't have unsold inventory sitting in warehouses for months and months and months. They reward companies that are able to bring in to the final assembly plant, wherever that is, the parts necessary to assemble into a finished product. Now, the parts that are coming in could be made up of several parts each as well, like dashboards for automobiles, for example. Not uncommon to have dashboards for vehicles assembled in Mexico that were pre-assembled in smaller parts in, say, China, brought to Mexico, other parts brought in from the US, other parts brought in from other parts of the world to be assembled into dashboards in Mexico, to be then delivered to Dearborn, Michigan, to be put into an F-150 or to be put into whatever vehicle you want. And I'm talking about, that's just an American example. I'm talking the same thing for Europe, where dashboards are assembled in India at a very low cost, labor-wise. Parts are pre-made elsewhere, brought in, assembled, shipped to Frankfurt or Stuttgart or to wherever in Germany the car is made, or France, or Italy, or Spain, and the vehicles are assembled at final assembly plants. And that's the same with car seats, engines, transmissions, headlights, all electronic systems. This is a global business, and businesses have become absolute masters at figuring out all the way down the production line, from finished car to parts of the car, big components, to parts for the components. Globally, they figured out just-in-time manufacturing and delivery all the way up the line. So when that car is, or truck or whatever it is assembled, the SUV, final assembly is made at whatever plant it's made at, the vehicle has already been sold or is on order already from dealership so-and-so in Des Moines, or out of Seattle, or out of Calgary, Alberta, or out of Mexico City, or out of London, England, or out of Dublin, or out of anywhere in the world. These vehicles are already wanted by the end acquirer, which is a dealer, who will then get it to an end customer. You get one glitch anywhere along the line for final assembly plants or component manufacturers or parts manufacturers for component manufacturers. Any glitch anywhere there, and we're talking about possibly hundreds of companies in dozens of countries, you have a problem in Dearborn, Michigan, or in Stuttgart, Germany, or in Rio de Janeiro, wherever you assemble vehicles. You got a problem because you can't finish producing cars. And in some cases, the part that is missing is a key component of a vehicle that is assembled into a vehicle at the very beginning of the entire process. And you can't rip the vehicle, the finished vehicle, apart to get that component in later and to put it all back together again. Not going to do it. It's not going to happen. The margins, the profit margins on these vehicles in some cases are so slim because of the volume of production. You cannot have this happen. And we're beginning to hear again and again and again more and more disruptions with regards to just-in-time delivery, supply chain issues. Other problems like shipping costs are really becoming a problem. We're now noticing that shipping prices for containers out of China, these containers that end up on the back of rail cars, or they end up on the back of semi-trailers, to get a container from China to the USA, the prices have skyrocketed in the last 6-8 months and are not coming back down at the moment because the demand is insatiable from American consumers. We are right now supposed to be noticing at the Long Beach and LAX ports and all the other ports on the West Coast, we're supposed to be noticing a whole bunch of containers coming off of container ships holding this Christmas's product, this Christmas's toys, this Christmas's gift ideas, the Christmas lights, the pre-made Christmas trees, the wreath on your front door. Anything to do with Christmas is supposed to be offloaded already and is now supposed to be heading to distribution centers across the United States and Canada, and in effect, the world at large, all of Europe and everywhere else where you celebrate Christmas. These goods are supposed to already basically be arriving on land from China and from Taiwan, from Indonesia, from Thailand, from Malaysia, from India. Everywhere you make this product for dirt cheap money, and it's not arriving. It's stuck. It's stuck either at the factories where they can't get the product made because they're out of parts. They're finished and they're packaged, but they can't get them off of can't get them out of their warehouses at the factory because there's no container to get it to, or they're in containers and the containers are piled up at ports, the leading Chinese export ports that are shut down right now because of the virus variant. Ships are standing idle in the water 5 miles offshore, 1 mile offshore, all over the place in Singapore, Hong Kong, and you name every major port that China has. I can't pronounce them all. Can't get to the port to be loaded up with 3,000 containers, 1,000 containers, 1,500, whatever the number, 10,000 containers. Can't get them on there and then come across the Pacific and or along the Indian Ocean and through the Suez Canal to Europe. Not happening. And this is a problem. And this is going to affect American business very quickly because firms like Home Hardware and Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, Walmart, Costco, the big boy retailers who are having product made for them on a specialty basis by manufacturers around the world, they're not going to get their merchandise delivered in time, or it's going to be late. And this is an issue where instead of arriving for the first week of November to sell all of November and most of December, or the second week of October arrival, you're now going to have first week of December arrival for Christmas product. This is not good. You're not going to meet your sales targets. If you don't meet your sales targets, the analysts in Wall Street are ready to pounce with hold recommendations or sell recommendations on stock because shares are priced to perfection in an all-time record high market right now. The Dow Jones Industrial is at a record high. The S&P 500 is at an all-time record high. NASDAQ is within a smidgen of an all-time record high. These markets are where they are based on projections of earnings expected by the companies that make up these indexes. And a big chunk of the indexes, S&P 500, is made up of suppliers, retailers, distributors, and factories, autos, and so on. And we've got this supply chain issue going across all sectors of the economy. This is not a Christmas decoration problem. It's not a toaster problem. It's not a car problem. It is an economy problem, a complete, full-blown, across-the-board economy problem where entities are not getting product at the right time or in the right sequence. And this is fouling it up. And for so far, business has been able to get by because the consumer will wait an extra week for the refrigerator to come in from Samsung or from whoever the manufacturer is. It's on back order, but it'll arrive and then it gets delivered. But after a couple of months of delays, with millions and millions of customers across the US and Canada, it begins to affect the bottom line. And this is where the markets will get finicky, and they will get picky, and they will get testy. And you will begin to notice certain stocks have bad weeks from time to time because certain companies will not be able to deliver the bottom line net profit that they were expecting to deliver to shareholders due to this issue. Now, analysts will cut companies a break if all other companies have the same problem. They'll just kind of throw their hands up and go, hey, well, it's not like Ford is a lousy maker of cars. They make cars and trucks. They know how to do that. GM knows how to make cars and trucks and SUVs. But all these guys have got supply chain problems. They're all in the same boat. But at the same time, the analysts have got to review the economic performance of the corporations and break it down on a per share basis and come up with projected PE multiples or projected earnings per share figures and compare to what we thought 6 months ago to what we see now to what we think in 6 months is going to be the new reality. This kind of reassessment can add a lot of uncertainty to a lot of investors' portfolios, and that can create down dips, and that can be an issue. It all depends, and that means that mutual funds, ETFs, hedge funds, index funds will all underperform. Now, again, if you've got a retirement money in your a retirement account through your employer, and they've put you into a bunch of conservative kind of mutual fund ETF type investments, everybody's just going to suffer the the underperformance for a quarter or two or three or longer. There's not much you can do about it. We're all in the same boat, but it's one of those side effects of what's happening right here, right now. Oil, by dropping $2 a barrel, is the canary in the coal mine. It is the first signal that there's a Houston, we got a problem, and oil is not needed as much because factories are not working at 110% capacity, not expected to for a while, and all of a sudden there's a glut of oil that analysts thought would be utilized by consumers and by customers around the world, and they're using up only 96% of what they thought, or 98% or 92%, whatever the number is. There's an issue, and as each week goes by, with this continuing on, the oil glut problem will re-emerge as a big issue, and that will delay any kind of a resurgence in oil use, meaning that prices will keep dropping. And as I've been saying for months, oil should be 45, $50 a barrel. That's really all it's worth. We have tons of it. It's everywhere. And I just don't see the oil going to 80, $90 a barrel. There's nothing on the horizon that's going to create that. Other news, my gosh, copper prices have dropped. That's another indicator. That's another canary in the coal mine. When copper prices drop, that means raw materials are not being produced in as much of a bulk as before. Again, that's a China issue. The China slowdown is massive. The other problem with China slowdown is it used to be that if there was a China slowdown, the Chinese would find ways to spur their economy with low interest rates, state loans for people to buy homes or apartments or condos or vehicles. The problem is that China is developed out. It has a middle class now. It doesn't have the situation from 30, 40 years ago where the middle class is only at 30% capacity. It's now getting up to 80, 90% of what it should be. There isn't much more to spur on. So Chinese people themselves can't pick up the slack. They can't buy the merchandise that the country can't export right now. They can't take it up. And even if they could take it up, they don't have the cash to take it up. So they need credit. And to give people more credit means that your government has to subsidize the businesses with government money, because who's lending the money to the Chinese people to buy all their own merchandise? Their own government is doing it. This is a backwards moving economy here. This is not good. China needs outside capital to come in for the goods that they sell, which spurs more wealth within China, which then the middle class will then use to spend and expand. But if China is not bringing capital from the outside and they're having to lend money inside, they're going to have inflationary problems. If China has inflationary problems domestically, higher prices in China to Chinese, that means higher prices to importers of Chinese goods from overseas. And one way to combat a higher price bump is to lower your currency value. So if you can get the Chinese yuan to go down in value against the US dollar, you can then offset higher costs domestically with a lower overseas exchange rate. But the Chinese are already huge manipulators of their currency as it is, and they can't keep it going. The other problem, of course, is the Chinese keep dropping their currency against the US dollar, for example, and the euro. They are increasing their costs of raw materials to utilize to make merchandise to go out the other way, which is inflationary. And so it's either a lower standard of living for 1.3 billion Chinese people, which could create unrest and issues domestically, or you keep the home front calm, but you have to allow prices to go, which again will cause unrest. It's a delicate Act, Higher Wire Act right now for importers in the United States, for American companies like Walmart, Target, Costco, Home Depot, Lowe's, all the major retailers who import a huge percentage of their gross sales as Chinese merchandise. The days of cheap Chinese goods might be coming to an end for a while because the costs are getting higher to ship, the costs are higher to produce, and there are supply chain interruptions, and this is causing three different problems for U.S. Companies that they weren't counting on and weren't thinking about a year ago. They had no thought that this would ever be an issue, but it's now an issue, and it's beginning to reflect. Now, this week we get a lot of earnings reports from U.S. retailers. None of these problems should really be reflected in the current financials. It's unlikely, but do not be surprised if every one of these companies that announces their earnings all this week don't give you forward guidance. They won't be able to predict the future, and they'll use the excuse of the COVID variant thing, and they'll use the excuse of supply chain issues, and they'll use excuses which are legit, but they won't give you any kind of forecast, because if they did, you won't like it. And because if they were being honest, and if they could be honest, and again, I'm not saying that they're trying to hide something from you, but they're really not going to try to guess how bad it's going to be. They don't want to guess that. They want to guess how good it can be, but they don't want to guess how bad it can be. And so they'd rather give you very low expectations and deliver an earnings surprise 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and so on, than to give you the straight goods. But the straight goods are simply this: these companies are not going to deliver the profits that some analysts had been predicting, and they're going to have to revise downward their projections. That's not good for the stock market at record highs. So that could cause or create a correction. We could have a correction in the markets, which could mean we could have a shift of capital going from one sector to another, or from certain sectors to other sectors. That might be happening. One of the winners will definitely be banking. Banking will be a winner because the likelihood is going forward that we will see higher interest rates. We're going to see higher inflation eventually kick through, and we're going to have higher interest rates to combat it. Banks will be the winners from that. So the Goldman Sachs of the world, and the JP Morgans, and the Morgan Stanleys, and all these guys, the Wells Fargo's and Bank of America, will be winners. And I keep coming back to Goldman Sachs as a stock that I believe is way underpriced, because they're trading at only 7-something times earnings instead of even 10 or 12. Right there, naturally, right there, there's an upside of 50% or more for the stock, from the 410 to the 630 range or more. But I'm convinced that Goldman will hit $700 a share within the year. That's a winner. SOFI is a winner. SOFI will be a winner out of all this. They've got their bank charter coming. They will be able to write their own loans. They will be able to borrow money through the Fed, through the discount window. They're going to do very well, and they're doing very well right now. The company SOFI is doing incredibly well. Do not be fooled or be dissuaded or be distracted by the so-called financials that were released a couple of days ago that are showing the company having a loss last quarter and then a projected loss going forward, because those are losses that are artificial. They are paper losses induced by the SEC policies regarding the SPAC thing. And unfortunately, or reality is that at the moment, SOFI is having to eat through this SPAC consolidation figures that every SPAC has been forced to reinstate. And in the case of SOFI, instead of showing a profit, they're showing a loss. And there are some out there, who are critics of SOFI, who are jumping on this going, you see, you shouldn't be into this company because they're no good, they can't make it, they're too over leveraged, yada yada, whatever the excuse is, just fill in the blank for the excuse. What the reality here is that SOFI's customer base is exploding, absolutely exploding to the upside. Their offerings are massive and varied, all working out. They're advancing on every front. The only area where SOFI is actually not making any money at the moment, or any return, is student loans. And the only reason for that is not because they don't know what they're doing with student loans, is that they are on a moratorium. They're not allowed to collect any payments from people who have student loans. The federal government has put a moratorium on student loan payments through this virus, and they just extended it until I think January coming up. And that, I'm told now, or we're all being led to believe, this is the last extension that will be offered to students. And it would make sense because by the time that rolls around, that will be January 2022, and the election for midterms will be November 2022. And so they will leave it at that point off. And it might be that the Democrats may hold a carrot to student voters in the fall, that upon re-election, if we get another majority, we might extend it again. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but this is going to be discontinued, and SoFi will start collecting their monthly payments again from their student loans starting in January, February of 2022. That's the only area where they're being held up, and it's not the majority of their business. It's one of their 12 divisions, or whatever the number of divisions they have. So SoFi, I think, will be a winner here with the increased potential for banks. Losers will be retailers who specifically heavily rely on imported goods to make their numbers. And that would be the Home Depots of the world and the Walmarts and Costco's that import a huge swag of their merchandise from China. This is an area that is vulnerable. Now, will the Chinese give it every priority to get merchandise out to the U.S. at all costs? Probably. They're not silly. They're rather aware in Beijing of where their bread is buttered. They know where this is coming from, and they're going to make sure that their number one market gets every priority that it can possibly get. The issue, though, is how much does the government of Beijing have to subsidize their own industrial base to help them with the increased costs of goods, the increased costs of shipping, to get the merchandise to the U.S. relatively on time. And there's a certain amount they can do, but only a certain amount that they can do. And after that, they can't go any further, and it won't make any difference. We'll find out when we see what's going on. So there's a quick breakdown from my end here. As I have been talking, the Dow went from a 15-point gain when I started talking, and right now we're down 123 points going into the last 30 minutes before we start trading for the day. So the markets are now reacting, somewhat negatively. We'll see how this all plays out. We've got S&P down 15. We got Nasdaq down 46. Let's see what happens here. Crude down 202 still on the thing. And the headline here: oil prices sink as China raises fresh fear about crude demand. There you go. There's the headline right there. Markets retreat on Chinese slowdown and Afghanistan. And I don't want to talk about Afghanistan too much, except that I will say that every forecast from every source in the last 2 weeks with regards to the stability of the Afghanistan forces, the training of Afghanistan military personnel, the $88 billion of money America has put in to train these guys, completely gone, wasted, lost. The sad part about it all is that I'm seeing imagery on television which reminds me of 1975 when I was in college and the fall of Saigon took place. South Vietnam collapsed a lot faster than people thought as well back at that time. The thinking was that South Vietnamese would be able to, grind out a war with the North for years and years and years, because they had the third largest army in the world with regards to guns, ammo, jeeps, helicopters. The U.S. had supplied South Vietnamese forces with the third highest number of military assets in the world. And the entire country collapsed in like 6 months after the Americans started pulling out. It was all over. And Saigon, quickly fell in the last few weeks. Kabul died in a week. The story was 3 months easily they could fight off. But even then, they were admitting, well, yeah, they'll last 3 months and then they'll fall. Like they're gonna fall. Everybody knew Kabul would collapse. Afghanistan would lose to the Taliban. It was no question it was gonna lose to the Taliban, or the Taliban were gonna win. However, whoever side you're on, but to have it happen in days, it was a true shock. But it's just an example of what people in the hierarchy know in the U.S. versus what they believe the American people should be told and what they should be made aware of. And it's a political calculation to a degree where it doesn't rank high on the polls as a big issue for Americans. And so the administration and other senior sources have decided to cut and run and get us out of there and leave it at that. The unfortunate thing about it, unfortunately, is that there are probably 100,000 Afghans and more who have been loyal to Canada, the US, the UK, and all the other allied forces with assistance. And these folks are going to be targeted by the Taliban for elimination. And in one sign of the pen, um, the administration has condemned them to death. And that's the bitter, brutal truth. And there's no getting around it. And the U.S. media will probably very quickly stop covering this story because there is no U.S. media in Afghanistan. There isn't a single American reporter anywhere in Afghanistan because if you were caught right now by the Taliban, you'd be accused of being a spy. So you might as well be the heck out of there. There are no U.S. reporters in Iran. There are no U.S. reporters going to be covering any of these areas. So you're not going to get U.S. Media coverage. You're going to have to rely on it from overseas. And I'll ask you this question. How much BBC coverage do you think you're going to see on ABC television going forward about how bad it is in Afghanistan that the Americans left these guys high and dry? You're getting nothing. You're going to get zip, and there's just going to be the silent treatment. And the hope is, I think, by those at the top, that in the next 3 months it'll all just kind of go away, and we won't talk about it anymore. Unfortunately, for those who are here, Afghanis who've already made it here in Canada, in Britain, USA, and elsewhere, they've left behind people who they might never see again. And that is the really sad truth about it all. And there you go. There's welcome to war. And when war ends, sometimes it's just not pretty. And there you have it. What else can I tell you about today? There's talk about higher interest rates sooner rather than later, because the thinking is that if inflation truly is embedding itself into the economy of the West, that means North America, Europe, the thinking is that bankers might be forced to have to move with higher rates sooner than they'd like to. I still come back to the notion that, you know what, if the European economy, which is in recession now, and the U.S. economy and Canadian economy, we start slowing down with our demands for goods. If that begins to appear here and there, the pressure to raise rates will immediately dissipate, and we'll have to see how much longer this low rate environment continues on. Anyway, we'll see where that comes out. So anyway, there you have it. That's our morning this morning here, kids. Try to follow this in as plain English a way as I can. It's there's a number of issues out there that are affecting everything. I noticed this morning that the cruise lines are down again in price. I heard one analyst or one reporter comment that the cruise lines are down in price because COVID cases are beginning to appear on cruise ships. This is not a surprise, and this will not come as a surprise to me, because in some people's minds, what I'm beginning to kind of notice here is some people out there actually think that, well, all this is just a bad cold. That's all this is. For some folks, they're just asymptomatic, and they really don't get all that ill. Of course, they've been vaccinated, and so they're protected against perhaps the worst of the virus. But there are some folks out there who are just going, it's a necessary evil. You have to take your chances. Get on airplanes, go stay in hotels, take cruises, go to resorts, blah, blah, blah. And if you get ill, if you've been vaccinated, it's like a fever. It's like a flu, but you're going to be all right. talk to the medical professionals about this talk, and they are horrified at what's being talked about because, unfortunately, and reality is that the medical professionals are comparing this disease, this virus, to like Ebola and these other swine flu cases we had a few years ago, and they're saying it's worse than that. And back 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, whenever we had these viruses showing up from birds or whatever, we absolutely snuffed it out, nipped it in the butt, and we didn't allow it to become a global pandemic problem. This one here, we did it. We have not played on the same ball diamond here because there are folks in the parking lot trying to dissuade people from coming into the ball game to come in and watch it because there's nothing to see here. You must as well go back home. It's all fine. And unfortunately, the virus has taken its toll. And in hospitals, depending on where in the US you are, where in Canada you are, you talk to the ICU people who are looking at you going, are you out of your mind? You don't want to be here. You do not want to be one of the people that are coming in here. And we are full up. We are at capacity again, like we were about a year ago or longer. And you don't want to be here. You don't want a friend to be here. You don't want a relative to be here. This is the last place anyone wants to be with this going on. And it was completely preventable to the point where maybe you would still catch the virus because the variant is out there. But at least if you did catch the virus, you were vaccinated against its worst effects, and you would then be at least just asymptomatic against it. But those who are not vaccinated, the stats are 98% of all people in the hospital are unvaccinated. And the doctors are just going, we can't make it any simpler than this. We've told you, we're telling you, you want to believe a politician over us, the doctors? Then you're taking your life in your hands with those guys. Entrust yourself to a politician, okay? Then be prepared to pay whatever price you pay. If you entrust yourself to us, the medical professionals, we're going to try to keep you the hell out of here, and you won't end up in the ICU on life support. But hey, it's up to you which way you want to go because the stats are the stats. The reality is the reality, and at the end of the day, folks, the reports coming out of certain areas in the United States are scary and are terrifying, and I just don't know how. I do not see how, for example, the UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, the Baltic countries, they're not going to allow their citizens into the United States. They're just not going to let them in. And they're not going to let Americans in there. I just heard yesterday that Germany has reinstated restrictions on Americans coming into its country. Even if you had the vaccine, there are now restrictions. This is the second coming, and it's going to happen all over again. And there's it's not going to stop because the anti-vaxxers are just not. You can't convince them. They're just they're of the mind that I have my freedom. I can use the Constitution to protect myself. Great, you're going to die. Or let's put it this way. The odds of you getting violently ill versus those of us who've been vaccinated are not in your favor. How about that? But you can take the chance. Go ahead, take a chance. But the reality, though, at the end of the day, the U.S. economy is not going to be opening up on full 100% overdrive. The U.S. travel business will be handicapped. The U.S. Business travel business will be very handicapped. People will refuse to go to work at offices for fear of catching the virus from those who will not get vaccinated. Schools will find that their attendance numbers are way down because certain parents will not, under any circumstances, allow their kids to go to school. This is not good for the overall system. The overall system needs to be functioning and flowing and rolling along. And if it's not, this uncertainty will continue. And I wonder about more restrictions rather than fewer restrictions coming into place. That's what I wonder. So the folks at Disneyland, Universal, Six Flags, San Diego Aquarium, the zoos of the world, the museums of the world, Broadway, movie theater chains, the AMCs of the world, travel of the world, hotel chains, resorts, cruise ships, airports, airlines, car rental agencies. I just see a huge chunk of the world economy, global, being under pressure because it won't run at 100% capacity going forward for a while. And this is bad for markets. I'm trying to bring it all back to the business. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to talk to you about the stock market in plain English. And the stock market is really finicky about any little thing that isn't adding up. And when business notices that, like, was it Apple has announced that they won't open their offices now until January? Google is announcing that. I heard Facebook is announcing a delay in the reopening of their offices. Why would these gigantic companies do this? Why would, if there isn't a problem, there shouldn't be a problem coming back to work. Everyone should be fine. But there is a problem. And more and more people who are, again, figuring out with their lives what they're going to do going forward are beginning to realize we're not going back to normal this summer. We were told we were going back to this summer to be back to normal. We had the last president insist everything was going to be back to normal. We had the current people coming and going, if we can get vaccinated at a high enough level, we should be back. It's not happening because not enough people are getting the vaccination. It's as simple as that. And so the uncertainty continues, and the market hates, with a capital H, hates uncertainty. Markets trade on future potential. That's what the Dow is telling us, the S&P is telling us, NASDAQ. They are trading on future earnings that companies are going to have. All stocks that trade out there, usually speaking, mature listed companies, their shares are trading at what the perception of the future is going to be for earnings, revenues, growth, the whole nine yards. Some companies will do well in a pandemic, some will not. Some will meander along. Others are adjusting accordingly and figuring out ways to get through it. But at the end of the day, the market does not like it when certain things that are supposed to happen are not happening, or when certain trends are supposed to come into place and they're not coming into place. Markets don't react well to this kind of stuff. They are finicky. The bond market, they're worse. They are really bad. They are mega twitchy. They're like a thoroughbred horse that will just kick you in the shin if you walk near the back of it. And they don't know who you are. They will kick first, ask questions later. This is not good. And this morning, we're already reflecting a little bit of a pullback here just on this weekend's activities that have still to be fully absorbed by the marketplace. What I don't know today, tomorrow, this week is I don't know if the Dow is going to drop 1,000 points this week, stay even, go up another 1,000 points. I don't know because I'm not sure how the Dow is going to react to the complete failure of Afghanistan, the complete collapse of Afghanistan. There is going to be a lot of talk coming out about this whole debacle and how Washington got it so wrong in the last 3 months, in the last 3 days, got it so wrong. There's a lot of people out there looking at America going, you're the greatest country in the world. You got the strongest military in the world, and letting these guys in pickup trucks kick you guys around? Like, what's with you guys? Are you in a war to win, or aren't you? What's the deal here? America might be just too nice. Maybe that's the problem. America is just too nice of a country that when it goes into other countries, it just doesn't kick ass like it could have. Can't live with that handle either. And so you are held back from finishing the dirty job at hand. Well, it's ugly now. The good news for, I guess, for most of us is that we won't see the ugliness that is happening right now in all the cities that the Taliban took over in the last 10 days. Because there are cities they've now had control of for over a week, and you don't want to be there. You do not want to be there. The Kabul thing is going to get ugly real fast. The so-called footage you're seeing so far is sanitized. You have no idea of some of the nastiness that is going to be taking place over there, because these folks have a way of remembering who betrayed them, and it ain't going to be pretty. But there's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and it's got to be terrifying for people. Anyway, there you go. How the markets will react to this, let's stick around and find out. We'll see what's going on. I can't, I can't say for sure. We're now 14 minutes away from the opening. Thank you all for being here this morning, joining with us. ATI physical therapy is up 15 cents to 430 in the pre-market. At least it's indicating a little better of an opening. Matterport on 13,000 shares is indicating 1460, down 31 cents. Haven't seen any news on the company. 23andMe showing 770 a share on 12,000 pre-market volume. Up a dime at this point, was about 775 a little while ago. Over at let's see, GameStop right now, 162.50, virtually unchanged. 10,800 shares traded. Not much going on the GameStop this morning. SOFI this morning pre-market 14.87, down 12 cents on 688,000 shares. We have to get through. I think before this market really goes anywhere, the $15 barrier has to be breached. And I don't know what kind of numbers of shares are for sale at that level. I do know we had 60 million trade on Friday on the market. There were aftermarket trades, pre-market trades, and the day before very active. So I would say in the last 2 days, Thursday and Friday, SoFi could have traded as much as 120 plus million shares easily. The question I have now is, what kind of volume will it take, or will there be sustained buying constantly coming in on this stock? Because article after article after article that I'm noticing on SoFi are actually very positive articles. They're telling investors, you may want to get in now. It might be early, but you may want to scoop this now while it's still down here, because the days of this stock being under 20 bucks a share are numbered. The thinking in the larger scheme of things is the shares will reach the 2025 neighborhood without too much difficulty. But is it this week? Probably not. But it could be. We don't know what kind of resistance level there'll be once it breaks 15.16, because we were at 17.50 or so just as the earnings were getting ready to come out. And I'm wondering now if this wave of selling has come. Disappointed people have been blown away. Margined accounts have been taken out, and now we've cleaned it up. We're going to find out as the day and the week goes on. All right. We'll stick around and see what's going on. Goldman Sachs, $410 a share, down 78 cents. The options on this stock are what I would be looking at as an investor. I would be looking at getting in the money or at the money contracts for next year. I'd be looking at least at the money contracts, in the money contracts for January, or out of the money contracts for a year from now. So that would have to be next June's contracts, I would say. Those are the ones that I would be looking at. We're showing 408.09 right now, down 269. This any kind of a dip on Goldman Sachs is an absolute buying opportunity to score a $700 stock at a very cheap price. Just my personal opinion. IBM, the heartbreaker, 142.58, I believe, is what we're showing here right now, down 61 cents. Its volume is 3,600 volume. There's nothing trading this morning. But I am of the impression, too, that with IBM doing their stock split later this year, you may want to be into this stock just because when the split happens, I think it's a positive for this stock and the shareholders. I have a suspicion that it might be where you have one IBM share left, new IBM share, and one old IBM share. You get one of each now, and combine the two values together, you might be at 170 to 180 a share instead of the 142 level we're at right now. My gut tells me that the split is being done because they want to take the high, fast-growing part of IBM and make it a public company, and take the long-term, stable, cash-generating portion and leave it over here with the old IBM stock. There's where your dividend keeps coming out of. Here's where the growth comes out of. Combine the two together, and the one might outpace the other in upward movement because of the growth factor, but between the two combined, you multiply it out or add it up, I think you're going to do very well with your stock, because I don't see IBM management doing all of these moves to split it into two different divisions to have the shares go down in value. That's not the plan. They might as well just buy back all the stock they can here with cash. They may as well go to the bond market, borrow $50 billion and just buy up another whack of their paper. But they're not doing that. They're not interested in borrowing money to buy their stock. What they're interested in is growing their business out. And I like the game plan here, where they want to take their market cap from 1 to 128 billion, where it is now, to more like 200 billion in market cap. That's good news for you guys, because that could be a 40% increase in value over the next year. And hence, if you're into the stock or into options, you might be very, very happy with the result. Again, 3 months from now, 6, 8. We know this is August. We're kind of led to believe that by September, late September into October, November, this split should be disclosed, enacted, and happening. So this is an any day thing that we may find out about IBM and its future. And this is why I urge you to, if you can make a move into IBM sooner rather than later, you may want to do that. Alrighty, there it is. That is the big picture at this point. Thank you, all of you who are here today, catching up with us. Hopefully you've been respectful to each other. Thank you, all of you who are members of this channel. Thank you to all of you who are subscribers to Stock Markets with Bruce, who've been following us here. And thank you again, a big thank you to all of you out there who are discovering us and hanging out with us a little bit, noticing that it's a little different than other channels. I'm not a trader of stock. I don't show you what I buy and sell. I don't buy and sell stock. I'm simply a commentator, giving you my take on where this market is at, to try to make sense of it in plain English, to help you kind of figure it out as best as we can. And I welcome you all with open arms. If you are considering becoming a subscriber, that would be absolutely fabulous. We'd love to have you a subscriber. And if you are also thinking of becoming a member of this channel, so that you can comment on the member-only chat, which we've just engaged here, that would be great. I'd love to have you for that. You get to use emojis, and from time to time, you will receive updates and alerts from yours truly on stuff that's going on that you should be made aware of. Membership has its privileges. I noticed this morning there was a story out here out of Canada. It came out of Canada. And for my Canadian viewers, I will mention this for my American friends who are aware of Canada, and you've been up here, you know a few things about this country. I thought I'd mention this story that broke just before I came on the air. People are always asking me, hey, have you got another SPAC in mind that you think we should be looking at? Is there something out there? And I'm not recommending this stock as a buy, but I'm recommending it as something you may want to look at. The symbol, you may want to get your pen and paper, or get a piece of paper out, get your pen out. The symbol of this thing is SLCRU. Company Silver Crest Acquisition Corporation. Silver Crest Acquisition Corp. Now, this company, it's a SPAC. And apparently the deal is that they have made a deal with Tim Hortons. Now, those of you who are friends of Canada or familiar with Canada, you know what a big deal Tim Hortons is inside of Canada. There are more Tim Hortons locations for coffee and donuts and other things in Canada than any other fast food outfit. There's Subway doesn't have as many. McDonald's doesn't have as many. It's the number one outlet in Canada for fast food. Tim Horton drive-thrus are notorious for being incredibly heavily used in the morning every day. When folks are heading to work, they stop in for a coffee and grab something to eat. Tim makes breakfasts, and they make soups at lunchtime, and sandwiches, and on and on and on. But I mention this because Silvercrest Acquisition Corp is going to be the SPAC that Tim Hortons is going to vend in their China division into this thing. And this is why I'm not so eager to recommend it as a buy, because this is a China story, and I'm not keen on China, as you folks know. But There are 150 Tim Horton outlets in China now, and there are expected to be 2,400 of them in the next 6 years. And this SPAC is going to acquire or be acquired by the Tim Horton China division. And they're utilizing the money inside this SPAC to expand their operations in China. I'm not sure about the pipe financing scenario. I haven't yet found one. But I just saw the story break this morning. There was 374,000 shares, 373,000 shares traded now on the SPAC, and I'm showing it at 1023, up a nickel. That's all I have on it. Silvercrest Acquisition Corp. I have no idea whether this is going to be a winner or not. I would imagine it'll take 3 to 4 months at least to vend the Timmy's thing in. It's one of those deals that I saw, but I'm not so sure I want to be part of it because of the China connection. I'm just not a fan. And can you trust the numbers out of China? Will there be full disclosure? What are the backdoor dealings? I have no idea. But I mention it as a public service announcement, and for my Canadian viewers, hey, just saying, this deal was announced this morning on BNN Television, which is the business news network up here in conjunction with Bloomberg, but it was not brought out from New York. Bloomberg New York did not announce this story. It was announced out of Toronto on Business News Network out of Toronto, TO. And that's all I've got on it. And so we'll see what happens with that, if anything comes of it. Just thought I'd mention. IBM right now down a dime at 143.08. It just popped a little bit. Maybe folks are hearing me on IBM as to what to do. I strongly encourage any of you, if you can acquire IBM shares, great. If you can't, you don't have that kind of capital, but you got $500, $1,000, whatever, pick up IBM contracts into next year, way out there. Get out there to, if you can, past January at least. Take a look at February, June 22s, something like that. If you can grab some June 2022 contracts, a good move. Even $150 calls are trading at about going to be trading around 775 ish. 155s are around $6. 160s are around $4.75 to $5. Those I would acquire for next year, June. And the reason is simply, by the time next year, June rolls around, it will have been probably 6 months already that IBM will have already been split into two pieces. And those of you who are into this deal, I think what ends up happening, again, I'm not sure how this works with options, but my gut tells me that you're probably going to have an option on each stock out of this whole thing on some kind of a prorated basis. Never seen this done before that I can recall off the top of my head. If you're a shareholder of IBM, it is possible you'll have one old IBM stock and one new IBM stock, which, if I recall the name of the deal, there's a new company coming out, starts with the letter K. Some of you know it. I don't have it on the tip of my tongue right now. But they're going to split the company into two pieces. They're going to be two separate publicly traded companies that are going to be with two separate management teams driving the company forward. The high growth division and the IBM existing division. Apparently, the word going out is that the dividend is safe, and thinking is dividends will probably still rise as the company continues to rise in value. That is the talk. But my wonder is, would it be interesting to see how? Would it be interesting to see if by chance what they end up doing is to instead of doing a 1-for-1 split, like instead of having one split of IBM and one split of new IBM, would it be the scenario be coming up where you'll have 3 shares of old IBM and 2 shares of the new IBM, something like that, 3 and 2 from a 1? Could that be in the works? That could be really interesting. That could be really interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Could it be 2 and 1? Could it be 1 and 1? I don't know. I'm desperately trying to find the name of the new company. I'm looking at all these releases that IBM has made. They make news releases like, I don't know, 10 a day. I don't see a single news release with the name of the other company being talked about here. I'm just kind of sitting here, wondering what. Can someone tell me, please, the name of this thing? Anyway, I don't see it. One of you might know it. You can let me in on it. I appreciate it. We'll keep you posted on the split when we know the split. It's due eventually. We're open. Let's get started with the market. Let's see what's going on here. We're up and running for business. Let's see how the markets are doing. Welcome one, welcome all to Uncle Bruce's Rantin' and Ravin' today. And thank you for joining me on today's show. I've got Robinhood down $1.02 right now, sitting at looks like 49.61. If I'm correct, let me double check that. The bells have gone. The Dow's down 105, S&P down 12, Nasdaq down 52. We're down 88 cents on Robinhood right now on 580,000. SOFI 1502 up 3 cents on 1.4 million. The high here was 1514. It would appear, we'll watch for that, 1504 right now on SoFi. GameStop 162.74 up 22 cents. ATIP at 410 down a nickel. AMC at 33.49 up 2 cents. Matterport 14.65 down 26. I'm just noticing AMC down 26 cents now. GameStop just dropped 175 a share. ME up 3, Fifth Wall up 2, Vector up 7, NavSite up a quarter to 948, Cyxtera up a penny right now at 942, IBM down 19 cents, the Dow down 121, Microsoft up $1.62, Apple up 8 cents, Tesla down $14. BlackBerry, Bed Bath & Beyond down 55 cents, BlackBerry down 11 cents, Royal Caribbean down 73 cents, about 1%, Norwegian down 41, and Carnival down 35. They're down about 1.5% each. Amazon down $15. Facebook is up $2. Google down $2. JP Morgan down $1.64. Goldman Sachs down $5.65. It becoming a bargain here at $4.05. The cheaper it gets, the more attractive that deal is. American Airlines down 24 cents. Worries about travel and the virus is coming in here. It's definitely showing up in certain stocks, certain sectors. It's kicking in. All right, the Dow now down 142 as we are into the first 3 minutes. We got the S&P down 13, NASDAQ down 50. Oil still holding down 203 a barrel right now. SoFi 14.98, 14.94. We're jumping around here, 14.92 now. And SoFi's volume is 1.92 million at the moment. And again, we have to get through this resistance level at 15. There are those who believe that the company is a short attack victim, others who believe longer term this thing's going to be a superstar, and we're scoring this up right now. We're just going to grab this stuff while it's available. But there are a lot of day traders in the middle of this trading right now who are in and out all over the place on this stock. 14.85 on SoFi right now, down 14 cents, 14.83, and they're taking advantage of the swings. GameStop down 152 to 161 even. ATIP now down a dime to 405. AMC down 29 cents. Matterport down 27 cents. ME unchanged. Fifth Wall up 2. Vector down 7. NavSite up 23 cents at $9.50 a share on 70,000. Now, this deal has been approved for NavSite and Spire Global. We're now waiting for Spire Global's listing to take effect. When will the shares trade under the stock exchange? I think they're saying here tomorrow. It looks like it looks like tomorrow Spire Global will take over SPIR as of tomorrow. We'll watch for that. And at this point, the shares are up. Right now, NavSite up 37 cents to 960. So it's improving here. Now 965, up 42 cents on NavSite. Definitely coming on rather quickly on 80,000 shares. So it's approaching this energized from the 9, 10, 20 range to the 965 range. Now 971 on NAV site. So we're definitely on the way up here because of the takeover. Good. I say cheers to NAV site and Spire. Take this thing over 10. Let's get going here. Come on. I have investors and viewers here wondering what's happening. Hopefully this is a big run coming up. SoFi at 1472. 1466, still coming in with selling at the moment to start the morning. And this is the low of the day, 1466, 1465 now. Volume on SoFi to start the morning, 2.9 million. So whatever is coming out is coming out. I say hit the bids now. Get yourself out of Dodge. If you guys want out, hit the bid as hard as you can. Get the hell out of there, and then we'll take it back to 20 from here. It's now at 1478. Just jumped 13 cents. Go figure. 1465 is the low trade of the day. 1476 is the last trade right now on 3 million volume. Is that what you had? Is that your whole plan? That's your whole plan. You had 3 million shares. You got out at 1465. You're done now. That's your whole plan. 1470 is where we're at. We'll watch it. I mean, what else are we gonna do? GameStop 160.45 down $2. ATIP down 6 cents now to 409. AMC down 29 cents. Matterport at 14.44, also under pressure at the low of the day, down 47 cents, but only on 131,000 shares. We are talking dead quiet here, and I'm finding it odd to see Matterport under pressure with how well it was doing the weeks running up to the deal. But you know. It's the first month of trading, first 2 weeks of trading. It has to find itself. 23andMe down 8 cents to 752. Fifth Wall up 2. Vector now down 7. NAV site $10. Your NAV site is back to $10 a share. When is the last time we were at $10 a share? You are asking me. You're yelling at me, going, Bruce, tell me, when is the last time it was $10? Well, I think it touched 10 on July 16th. It was a 10:02 July the 1st or so. It was $10 on June the 11th. Going back now 3 months. It hung around the 10 level from April the 1st until about August the 1st or so. It kind of hung around 10. Then took the dip we've just had in the last few days down to 9.20, whatever. And we're now back to $10 a share. 142,000 shares traded is all it took to run it up 77 cents to $10 even. Welcome back to the $10 neighborhood on NAV site. Let's see what happens now. This should be interesting. We're at 1466 again on SoFi. We're just around the low of the day. 1461 was a new low just set a few moments ago, apparently. 1468 is where we're at right now. On SoFi, volume now 3.6 million. Again, I ask you, that's your whole plan? That getter, you're going to sell it to 1461 at 3-something million shares. That was your plan. That was the whole plan. Bring it on. Come on, sell your SoFi. Anybody who wants out, hit the thing now. Get out of there, and that just opens up wide open to 2025. What can I say? A whole lot less resistance for SoFi going forward. 1470 right now on SoFi. All right. GameStop 161.68 down 84 cents. ATIP up 2 to 417. ATIP has turned around the low of the day, 405, now at 416 a share on the day. It is turned around. AMC still down only 24 cents. Matterport 1446 right now. The low at 1442. 144,000. We're down about 45 cents. 23andMe down 9. Fifth Wall down 6. Vector down 8. NAV site at $10 even. Up 77 cents on 160,000 shares. NAV site's high today, 10.15. Already touched 10.15 right now at $10 even. Let's see what happens. Cyxtera has turned around, up 2 cents. Cyxtera was as low as 9.42. It's now 9.44. So it's on the plus side on 4,000 shares. Oh my God, is nothing happening over there. SoFi 1457.58. Come on, get it out of your system. Those of you who want out, take your dump right now and blow your brains out at 14.55. This is a mistake. Anyone who's selling this stuff is going to regret it, because this thing is about to go. But you can't stop stupid. You can't. You have to let it happen. You have to let it happen. And this is where you take advantage of it. Any of you are buying this stock, scooping it up right now, congratulations. You are stealing paper from children who don't know any better. They have dumb parents. You got to take advantage of it. The people are giving it away. You got to take it, and you got to say, thank you, sir. May I have another? 14.50 was the low trade of the day. 14.55 right now is the last trade on SoFi. A GameStop 161.19 down $1.33. And again, let's go back to NavSite. The winner of the day, 9.98 up 75 cents. IBM is down 59 cents, 150.42.59. Goldman Sachs, this one here at down 7.68. The cheaper this one gets, the better it is. If you're watching this, you see it get down to this 401 level, maybe there is the moment to strike. Grab some options on this stuff. Keep an eye on that. It's a bargain, no question about it, and it's going to be a winner for you. Anyway, there you have it. This is where I'm sitting at right now. 14.58 on SoFi. 14.59, low of 14.50. A little, wave of selling comes in, comes up a bit. Wave of selling comes in, comes up a bit. Wave of selling comes in. That's what we've had now for 12 minutes on SoFi, down 40 cents, but only down 40. Like, it's not down $4. It's for 40 cents. I mean, so okay, you want out? Fine. 4.49 million, 4.5 million shares of buying has been waiting for all this stock. Thank you. 4.5 million shares of selling has come in. It's only down 44 cents. What about the rest of the day? What if the stock for the rest of the day closes at 16.50 and everyone at 14.50 goes, why did I do that? What's wrong with me? What am I, an idiot? What am I doing? But that's how it goes, kids. That's how it goes. Drops Family Garden has joined us as a new member. Thank you for popping in and seeing us. Appreciate you becoming a member today. All of you who are renewing your memberships today. Today is the 16th of the month. March the 16th is the first day we offered memberships on this channel. And I welcome all of you who are March 16 alumni. April, May, June, July. This is your 5th month. This is your 5th. Next month, you get another color on your bagel. Month 6. So hang on one more month, and you're going to get another color on your bagel, kids. Way to go! Thank you for being part of this channel. Love having you. 14.52 on SoFi, 2 cents above the low of the day. 4.7 million shares traded. Rock and roll. I bought Apple at 129. Grab it cheap. I don't want to. Uncle Bruce don't want to read the comments today. Bruce is not doing it. He's just pumping BS. That's all he's doing. That's all he ever does. That's why you're here. That's why you're here as a member, because I do that for a living. Isn't that interesting? What can I say? I was listening to Uncle Bruce in the car on the way to work. I'm not logging into my account. I can't take the red. Not again, please. No. Hang in there, Austin. 14.49, 14.47 on SoFi. A little more red coming. 14.44 seems to be the low trade. 5.18 million. Volume has gone through. That's pretty impressive. 5 million volume in 14 minutes to lose only 52 cents. As I was saying here a moment ago, NavSite on a volume of 178,000 reached 10.15. Wow, it's now at 9.68 again. It's backing off a little bit, but we've had a taste of what's to come on NavSite Spire. Get ready. Sextera holding on to a 2 cent gain. We have ATIP up 4.5 cents right now, and we've got SoFi at 14.48. Low of the day 14.43 at the moment. That's where we are. The Dow down 206 points, starting on a dip, lower dip. S&P down 19 and NASDAQ down 63. So that's what we got going right there. And there we are. Here we go. Yippee-ki-yay. So stock markets with Bruce. So if SoFi had to account for the SPAC financials due to the new SEC rules, is the same for ME and Matterport and all other SPACs too? Is that the reason why they're all down? That could be the reason. That could well be it, where these companies were preparing their financials, getting ready for their first ever financial release. And they are told by their auditors, well, there's a glitch here. You have to account for the fact that you've acquired a SPAC company, and with that, you got a whole bunch of money from the SPAC. You also got a bunch of money from the PIPE financiers. So, some of you guys are sitting on $1 billion. The problem is you have to account for a write-down of these warrants that are out there. For whatever reason, the SEC wants you to count this as a negative. You have to also take into account all your expenses doing this deal, and you're going to have to write it off right now. You can't write it off over several quarters going forward. You have to do it in one shot. So these public companies, these brand new public companies, are coming out with their first ever earnings reports, and the analysts out there were basing their guesswork on how they would do on the numbers they had been provided months ago by these companies, going, this is how much our sales are, this is our expenses, we expect to make this kind of money or lose this money or do this, do that. And now they come out with the new rules, financials, and the analysts are going, we thought you guys were going to lose 8 cents a share, but you're actually going to lose 68 cents a share. But the analysts say, but that's actually a forced drop in value because of the SEC. The headline people don't read that. The headline people go, they lost 68 cents instead of 8. Oh, this company's a loser. And you get all this hype. Now, anyone who's short this stock, any hedge fund that is shorting all these SPACs, what are they going to do? They're going to highlight the fact that these guys are losing all kinds of money. These guys are in big trouble. They lied to us. And so, you get the panic headlines and you get the panic trading, and you see SOFI at 1442. And you're asking yourself, what's wrong with my SOFI? I have news for you. There's nothing wrong with your SOFI. The company is fine. It's the stock and the perception of the stock that's the problem. And we have to battle through this for a couple of days to get this out of our systems. And that, unfortunately, is what we're caught with. And the same thing for other companies like Matterport, 23andMe, Vector, perhaps Navsite, Sextera. All of these guys have had to reinstate their financials based on the new SEC guidelines that came through about 3-4 months ago. And it's still reverberating with all of these new companies. And so in a quarter from now, 2 quarters from now, 3 quarters from now, a lot of these SPACs will be reporting their first year as a publicly traded company. And again, inside those numbers for the year will be this quarter that we're dealing with right now, these write-downs. And the hope I have is that the SPACs, or these publicly traded companies, will have educated their shareholders to the fact that, hey, we wrote off $80 million, $60 million, whatever we had to do. We had to write it off because the SEC made us do that. But without that, here's the real number on how we're doing. We're selling, cost of sales, profits, and here's our expected sales next year, cost of sales, profits going forward. Let's keep going on with this. And I suspect the market will get through this very quickly, because there are already articles appearing in a number of places on SOFI talking about these numbers are misleading. These losses are actually not losses, not operational losses. They're actually induced losses from the SEC because they're making them take massive write-downs now without exception. So you read between the lines, you'll find out what's going on, but I can't change the number. 1440 on the stock, 1431 was the low. We're now at 1440. Volume on SOFI now is 6.46 million. So we're approaching 6.5 million shares of volume on SOFI. 1440.41 last trade, low of the day 1431. So we get these dips and then instant bounces, and then we get another dip and a bounce and a dip. The question is, when is the last dip the last dip? And when is that first bounce the real bounce back, and we just bounce higher and higher and higher? I can't tell you. I've been watching this all morning. We're down 61 cents to 1438 right now, and now we're at 1439. So we may have just had the last dip, but we might be into another one. Time will tell. We're watching this activity. I can say from my experience level, what's going on here is this is targeted selling without any question whatsoever. There is no way, there is absolutely no way that the selling that's going on right now on SoFi is where a broker is acting in the best interests of a client, trying to lighten the position that they have. That's not happening. What I see happening here is wanton attack on the stock, blatant, knock the crap out of this thing as hard as we can in the first hour of the day and make it look horrible. And that is what I think is going on. And why? Because obviously someone is either shorting it and is trying to create a real panic situation. 14.29 right now, 14.27. They're going to make this look really terrible, and they're going to hit this thing all the way down to $14 to try to scare off investors who truly believe in this thing, to try to get them to turn their outlook on it. That's what I think is going on. This chart, first thing in the morning, is just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. This is not, a seller is not waiting for bids to appear. The seller is hitting whatever bids they can find as hard as they can. They're not interested in supporting this market, holding off for 15 minutes to see if there's a recovery thing and then eat off some more. If you were truly a professional seller to liquidate stock, you would be liquidating this stock on a block trade. In other words, you would have made a deal with a buyer for the whole wad at a set price. Even if the stock this morning was at $14.90 a share, you might have negotiated a $14.65 block trade for 5 million shares. That could have been done all over with. We're just going back now. But no, that is not what's been happening. Whoever the seller is, whoever these individuals are, have been hitting bids all morning in the first 22 minutes to try to cause as much damage as humanly possible against the SoFi stock. Right now, 14.35, so we're up 17 cents from the low on a volume of 7.5 million. But it gets a little bounce, and then it gets hit again, and it gets a bounce, and it gets hit again. So we're watching this constant assault going on SoFi. She's down 4.5%. She has to drop another 5% to get into the 10% rule. So we have to drop at least another 70 cents for that to happen. We're down 67 cents at 14.32 right now. Will it go lower or not? I can't honestly tell you at this point in time. 4.19 on ATIP. NSH, nav site back to 9.56 after topping out at 10.15 for a moment. We're on 206,000 volume right now on nav site. Kind of weird day. Cyxtera down 6 cents. IBM down 88. The Dow down 264. It's not helping. S&P down 24. That's not helping. And NASDAQ down 97 points. That's not helping. All right. Bruce, the bagel changes color at 12 month. Did you make a change? I think at least I was under the impression that the bagel colors were going to change also at 6 months. I could be wrong. Let me take a look at my thing here, membership guide. What does it say here? I'm so busy I don't have time to watch all this. We're looking here at bagel colors, what I'm looking at. So if you're brand new, it's orange, and after 1 month you're green, and then after 2 months you're blue, and after 6 months you're fuchsia, I think, and after 12 months you're a yellow bagel, and after 24 months you're kind of a purpley bagel. I think that's what we got. That's what I think I see here on the bagel colors. So keep an eye for that on your bagel colors, kids. Fantastic. 288 thumbs ups on this show. Thank you. Even though we're down a little bit, thank you for supporting this channel and sticking around. 1448 on Matterport, 1431 on SoFi right now. Low on SoFi, $14.18, and we're at 1431 right now on SoFi. The volume on SoFi at this point is 7.97 million, 8 million shares in 25 minutes. Wow, that is volume. We've got Matterport down 48 cents on a volume of 248,000. That's all that's happening there. 23andMe down 16 cents. Fifth Wall down 13. Vector down 12. NavSite 956 up 34 cents right now. Volume on NavSite 206,000 shares. IBM still down 80 cents on the day. That's where we're at this morning, you guys. Nice to see you here. Yes, I think that went out Friday, if I believe, Splair. Jen was working on that. We'll keep you posted. Make it happen. It was a requirement of all SPACs. Yes, it was. What have we got going on here? A lot of comments coming through. I can't keep up with you all, but thank you all for popping in here. And a lot of you talking to each other, which is great. And let's see, ATIP 422 up 7 cents, going higher. Let's see, what else is going on here? And let's go. There you go. Yeah, remember, the more SOFI goes down today and tomorrow, they dissuade people from exercising calls today. SOFI, it cracked my screen. It's dropping so much. Oh no. All kinds of SOFI. Kev has got SOFI orders in there. 1401, 1301, 1201. He's a buyer. Take whatever they want to give him at these prices. There you have it. Let's get some cheap fills today. There you go. I love making everyone else rich by me. Lordy Lou. Let's see what else is going on. Let's go. What else is happening here? Let's see. Yep, here we go. It's a bargain. SOFI down 20%. It's a bargain. That's what I think too. I think it's a bargain here. What are you gonna do? Let's see. What are the chances that Bruce sells his house and disappears, like the promoters he was talking about? Yeah, I don't think so. If we were getting $2 million for the house, it'd be some for. We're not getting that kind of money, so no, that's not going to happen. Oh man, let's see. Thank you everybody for popping through here. 1428 now on SOFI, down 71 cents on a volume of 8.3 million. Alrighty, 8.3. The low, 1418. The low of the day. Okay. Down on 262, S&P down 26, NASDAQ down 117, oil down 247. Oil is getting worse. How about that? Alrighty. Thank you. Yippee-ki-yay. Bruce Stormers with Bruce. We appreciate you. That sounds like great news. It makes my game plan to write out these dips, buy them, and hold for profits, in my opinion. There you are. Thank you again, all of you, for your kind words. Appreciate it. I would like to see the stocks just go straight up. That's all I want to. That would be exactly what I'd like to have happen. Picked up another 200 at 1426. Good deal. 1427 right now. Ready to go. Scooping this cheap stuff up as it's just being handed over. Yeah, amazing. 418 on ATIP up 3. NavSite holding a 34-cent gain to 956 now on 206,000 volume. Looks like. Sextera down a dime, Vector down a dime, Fifth Wall down 12, 23andMe down 21, Matterport at 1423 down 68 cents, which is 2 cents off its low. A couple 100,000 volume. Very quiet day here. Very in these stocks, except for SOFI. SOFI's trading rather well. GameStop down 230 at 160.22, and AMC down 49 cents to 32.98 right now. That's what we have right here. Okay, thank you. Woo! Oh, excuse me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, BW Bruce. So IPOs don't have the same kind of fees. IPOs don't have the same kinds of fees and charges because they had a roadshow and raised way more money, so they don't have the hit with tax with warrants. Seems rigged to hose companies that are new. Yeah, I can't understand SEC, thinking. I mean, I can't explain it. It's the new math. I can't figure that out. But I would rather be involved in a SOFI at uh, these levels here, 14, 15, whatever dollars a share. I would rather you folks own SOFI at these levels as a new co rather than try to buy SOFI at 120 bucks a share as an IPO, because the IPO could well go from 120 to 60 bucks a share in the first 3 months of trading, and you've lost $60 a share. I mean, geez, that's ridiculous, 50%. But everything's relative, I suppose. If you can average down with this stock here, 438, do so. And if it runs into this $20, $30 range, you will be very well to do. But it can go so much higher than that. So let's see, 1444 now on SOFI. I just jumped a little bit here while we're watching it. The volume now at 8.95 million at 1444 a share. I've got the Dow down 271, S&P down 27, NASDAQ down 122. Interesting little pop there on the SOFI, just out of nowhere. It just popped up quickly. Okay, let's go. Thank you. Whew. Oh my, I'm battling already. GameStop down $2, ATIP up 3. We got Matterport down 70 at 14.20. That is just 5 cents off the low of the day. 330,000 volume. And we have NavSite up to 964 again, just popped up a little bit. It's up 41 now on 200. It still says 209,000 volume. I'm not showing much on NavSite. IBM right now down 58 cents. The Dow down 256. Microsoft is up a nickel. Apple down 51. Tesla $24 drop at this point. A BlackBerry down 15. Bed Bath Beyond down 53 cents. Royal Caribbean down 262 now to 76.27. It's backing off. Google off $7. Amazon down 36. JP Morgan down 272. Goldman 404 down 652 right now. Okay. That's where we got this market at the moment. 447 on SOFI. Looking a little better at the moment to see if this is much of a bounce here and how it kind of takes off if it does from here. All righty, there you go, Uncle Bruce. I'm panic buying. Right on, panic buying is what it's all about. There you go. Okay. All right. All righty. 1443 now on SOFI. Okay. Let's take a look at headlines here. Yes. Man, oh man, oh man. Let's see. Walmart, it says it's hiring a director of to shape cryptocurrency strategy within the corporation. Interesting. Tesla drops because of reports that the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration is investigating the autopilot system after crashes. Not a surprise. I think this has been an ongoing off and on thing for a decade with Tesla, but whatever. Not going to stop Tesla cars from selling, I'll tell you that. It's just not going to do it. I was actually looking at Teslas just to see the timing, and to get a Model S, you want to get the big sedan now next March. You can't get it till next March. If you want the Model 3, you're looking at November, December. If you want the Model Y, you're looking at December, January, depending on where you are. So these cars are just not available. Brand new cars sold out. Pre-sold production. You think Ford and GM wish they had that problem? They can't get cars produced fast enough, and they, of course, can't get their chips supplied. But Tesla sold out before they make it. Isn't that something? Quite neat. Anyway, let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. This you're trying to get to another angle here. Okay. Why is it that IPOs don't have this issue with the SEC like SPACs do? And I think the real reason is SPACs went public at $10 a unit. That included stock and warrants. IPOs are going public simply on stock offerings. They're just issuing common shares, no warrants. So they don't have to write down the warrant depreciation or whatever the factor is at the SECs, whatever their problem is. So IPOs don't have that issue, okay? Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, send me that article if you can find it. Let's see. Let's go. Going postal, if I wanted to burn through money like this, I would have become a drug user. At the rate I'm going, I'll be at the same place before I know it. But you'll be a clean broke person. It's okay. 1438 on SoFi now. 1438, 1440 a share. Volume on SoFi now, 9.5 million in 36 minutes is what we have on SoFi going through so far this morning. GameStop 159.93 just broke 60. ATIP up a nickel at 420. Matterport still down 70 cents to 1421. We have a 52-cent gain on NAV site at 975 again. It's coming back on again now to 975 up up 52 cents. Now, I'm not used to saying up on NAV site, but it is up 52 cents at 975. All righty. We'll take that and more. Just keep bringing it on. Thank you. IBM down 39 cents. That's all it's down right now. All righty. 1437 on SoFi, down 62 cents at the moment, folks. That's where we're at. Excuse me one second. Here in Creston, the air quality has been terrible. We have been suffering from smoke, just terrible levels of smoke here for now a solid week. Jen and I are phlegmy. We have not sore throats, but rough sounding throats. I'm constantly blowing my nose to clear out all the gunk in the air. Even though you stay in the house, it still comes in here. And the good news is tonight at or later, is it later today or tomorrow? We're supposed to get some chance of rain in the next little while. So definitely by tomorrow. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we're supposed to get rain. So we're kind of hoping for that. And that'll clear the air out a little bit, cool the temperatures off. We'll be in the 60s and 70s. So that's going to be a lot easier on all of us. But we were very hot and very smoky all week. And I'll tell you, it affects our sleep. It affects everything. And hence you're noticing me just hanging on here. First thing in the morning, I'm yawning already, trying to just get through this entire scene out here. Because you can look up at the sun all you want. All you see is an orange ball up there. It's unreal what's going on. SoFi 1431 down 68 cents. Low of the day 1418. We're hanging around this low 1430 range right now. So GameStop 159.66, just under the 160 level. ATIP at 422, up 7 cents, a little better. And we're up 47 cents on NAV site at 970. But everything else is in the red. Matterport at 1405, down 86 cents. Matterport is getting hammered today. And I see here that their latest report or announcement is a couple of days ago on Yahoo Finance, talking about the integration of Matterports accelerates the sketching process for insurance claims. So positive news there for Matterport as a whole. But the stock is not reacting right now. It is off, and that's what we've got. SoFi 1430 right now. It is down. This is the market, and we are just having to deal with it. Let's move on here to headlines elsewhere. Let's see what else is going on. The world media is dominating. The story that's dominating world media is the Taliban taking over Kabul, taking over Afghanistan. That is absolutely the number one thing that's going on. There's a desperate crowd at the airport in Kabul trying to get out. They're not going to get out, and it's not good news. And that is the story that is dominating the news right now. How could the Americans get it so wrong so quickly in the last 2 weeks with regards to Afghanistan and its fall, unfortunately? The other news, Haiti. Earthquake in Haiti. Initial reports were 40 people dead, then 300. Now it's over 1,200, and it's bad. It's just awful. Sad story. And what else is going on? Companies are hoarding record cash amid Delta fears. Corporate America making sure that they have cash on hand in case they need it to ride out a second, third wave. If that must be done. And let's see. Yeah, holiday a supermarket chain called Aldi, ALDI, from Germany, hired 20,000 U.S. workers in the holiday season run-up. Aldi in Germany is known as a discount grocer, and they have scored a loyal following over there with diehard shoppers that just will not give up on Aldi. They are penetrating into America big time. They've got 2,100 American stores at 25 warehouses, and they're expanding nationally. And they're growing. They're probably at the expense of some of the other more established grocers that are out there. We'll be watching that closely. See what's going on. IBM is going to go red to green, says Rob. It's going to happen. That's a good sign. We'd like to hear that. Down only 8 cents. It's coming on. 975 on NAF site, up 52 cents. We're up 4.4 on physical therapy, ATIP. And right now we're at 14.34 on SOFI at the moment. You know what? I can't watch this market news today. I got to go to the liquor store. I'll be right back, says Sean. All right. They started having Aldi in Georgia before I got there, before I moved. And they're in the UK too. It's like a cult. Laughing out loud. Aldi. Apparently in Aldi, you bag your own groceries and ring yourself up. Yeah, here in Canada, there's some stores where you bag yourself. They have the cashier cashing for you. And then, of course, we have, the serve yourself cash registers here in Canada where you do it all yourself. Yeah, we do that too. Have the Safeways. We have that in some of our Costco's now. We have that in some of our Costco's where you can do your own scanning. Let's see. Yeah, would you believe that SoFi had the same volume as Apple? I would believe that. ME tanking, says Justin. ME 725 down 35 cents. And right now, NAF site at 975 up 52. We've got Sixtra down 11, and we've got NAF site up 52 cents. We've got ATI up 6. We have SoFi at 1435 right now. The wife is at her desk next to me on Aldi's site ordering groceries right now. How about that? Let's see. What else have we got? Let's see. Yeah. Hi there, Jen. Walmart on Sam's Club self-service. How you doing, Jen? She's watching the Kabul pictures here that we've been watching now since this morning. People running after jets, going down runways, trying to get on them. Unbelievable. Yeah, they're hanging onto the side of the plane as it's rolling away. Yeah. Crazy. Aaron is saying, I just got another 100 SoFi. 1435. Now I'm at 2,750 shares. On my average is 1792. Wake me up at Christmas. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Let's go. I'm going to go to group therapy for SPAC therapy, says John. And I'm only up 125% listening to Bruce. I guess it's going to be good in the long run, says Delahoe. Let's see. Robinhood is dropping 6%, so not even that one is saving itself. And let's go. Yeah, thank God for January calls. Makes days like this easier to handle. There you go. Yeah, Robinhood down to $3 a share. SoFi down 65 cents to 14.32, 14.35. GameStop down $2. ATIP down is up 7 cents. AMC down 34 cents. Matterport at 14.02 down 89 cents. Low of the day 13.93. 23andMe down 37 cents to 723. Fifth Wall down 16. Vector down 17. Navsite up 52 to 975. IBM up 14 cents. Turned the corner, 143.32. The IBM breaking hearts, but going higher nonetheless. The Dow has come on. It's now down 106 points. It has had a surge here from a low of 35,231 to 35,398. We've gained 160 points in 6 minutes on the Dow. It's definitely coming back up. I don't have a reason why. It just is better. Jen, yeah, how you doing?
So, Rosie,
show me the guns. She's showing me her guns. She's good.
Market's going up.
Yeah, we're going higher. Wouldn't that be nice? We deserve a market to go higher. We've been through so much. We've endured everything.
I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work that way. 1436 on SoFi. That. Come on, SoFi. We deserve better. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, today I'm just thinking of a classic bagel with grape jelly on it.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. I need the sugar boost. I'm yawning like crazy here. It's unbelievable. It's not easy being me.
It's not easy.
It's difficult. It used to be so much easier. It's not that easy anymore. Cheers to all of you around the world who are hanging out here with us. Is it still smoky out there, Jen?
It is hot.
Ooh, what?
We might get a drizzle within the next hour. But our air quality is bad.
Boy, it would be nice if we did get a drizzle. That would help.
Kamloops, goodness sakes. Kamloops was, well, right now they have clear sky. Like, just for a stupid reason, I'm sure. Because everywhere around them, it is so dark. Like, it's dark.
Dark.
It's so smoky. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it looks really gray and foggy out.
We might get a drizzle, and then tomorrow we're supposed to have like rain.
We're supposed to.
Rain.
We're hoping for this. We're hoping. Bring it on and hit the problems with a bunch of rain would be great.
Our trees need rain.
Our trees need rain.
They're so.
Oh my.
They're getting a little crispy.
They're getting crispy on the edges.
Weeds are doing fine though.
The weeds are good. Weeds are sucking up all the groundwater. No problem. 1439 on SoFi. Come on, SoFi. We're down 113 on the Dow. We're down 22 on S&P. We're down 173 on NASDAQ. As we are battling along here, trying to watch this market endure this whole thing. It used to be a lot easier. It's not that easy anymore. Watching for losers on the Dow today. Salesforce down 641. Boeing down 470. Goldman Sachs down 453. That's a bargain at 406. I think it got as low as 402. That's right. It hit a low 402. It's now back to 406. Walt Disney down 350. Apple down $1.60, $1.80 now. Microsoft down 160. JP Morgan down $1.40. The winners on the Dow, 3M Company up $1.80. Amgen up $1.70. McDonald's up $1.40. Walmart up $1.40. Travelers up $1.30. Honeywell up 99. Home Depot up 93. So we seem to have about 20 losers and, 15. It's almost 15 and 50. It looks like a 50-50 split here between winners and losers at the moment for the Dow. That's what we are seeing at the moment. And there you have it. We're just kind of going, Anyway, there you go. You know what? Stocks are down because Yoko got insulted on this channel. That's why, I'll be sure to buy all of Sean and Yoko's albums in iTunes now. Not just stream, but buy them. Oh, no. Take a deep breath, everybody. Please be kind. I agree with that comment. Please do. 1439 on SoFi. Low of the day, 1418. Seem to be holding the number at the moment, but we're not up enough to convince me it's over. GameStop 161.34 down $1.18. That's all it's down. GameStop very quiet. Volume 236,000. Very quiet. HIP up a nickel. Up 46 cents on Navsite. 9.69 right now. Oh boy, IBM up 26 cents. Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you. The Dow down 142, S&P down 25, NASDAQ down 191. Oh, man. Oh gosh, yeah. Hang in there, kids. It's that kind of a market. It's testing it today. It really is. This is what we have. I'm surprised the markets aren't down more. I would have thought that with Afghanistan um, and with oil dropping, still down 209 a barrel, commodities and the China numbers, I would have thought that that would be off more. But it's only down 146. It's not. Doesn't seem that concerned. But then again, the Dow is probably looking 6 months ahead from now, going, we don't see a big problem in 6 months for the Dow. We don't see a big problem for the Dow 30 stocks in the next 6 months. The Dow 30 will likely make more money. They will just keep generating profits because they know how to adapt inside a pandemic. They've obviously done it, and they're still doing it, and will continue to do so. 1429 on SOFI. We're backing off again a little bit. Is this coming back to a new low, or are we just doing a little dip to jump higher? We'll see what's going on here. Yeah, Connor, you've got it. You're right, Connor. This is what a lot of articles are coming out and saying about SOFI. They are kind of intimating that you may want to pick this up while you still can and hold on for as long as it takes, because you won't be disappointed in the result. But it had taken a reaction to the write-off they had to take, and it was a write-off that caused a loss. And there's a write-off for the next quarter coming up. Again, SEC rules, but those in the know and those who have experience are saying, yeah, that's okay. Let them write this off now. In the next few months, the shares will likely be 2025 anyway, because the company's going to trade on the next year's potential, not on the last year's nonsense with SPACs and going public. The stock's going to trade on its future. It's at 2.6 million customers and growing dramatically. We're in for the long haul. We'll buy it here. And that's what might be going on with the buying we have had the last 2 days, between $14.30 and $15 a share now the last couple of days. We're at 11.2 million traded already again today. $14.30 last trade, down 69 cents at this moment in time. Interesting. Up 6 cents on ATIP 421, and NAV site up 47 cents to 970 now. IBM up 8 cents at the moment. So some of our stocks are up, but the rest are not doing so much this morning. Matterport down 86 cents to 405, and that is frustrating as all get up. Anyway, there you have it. It's the dog days of summer. I agree with that, no question. And let's see. My friend. I can't help it. My friend Margarine is concerned about her cholesterol. But when she starts criticizing my eating habits, her words pierce my soul like a hot knife through what I can't believe is not butter. Yeah, Zach. Hey, Bruce, I missed this morning's rant. How could you, Zach? You know it's the best part of the day. Is this down market an emotional response to Afghanistan problem and the quakes, fires, virus? Yeah, the world's in a tough spot. There's a couple of things going on at the same time, Zach, that are having an effect. I think that's what we got going here, and yet we're almost near the all-time highs. What can I say? Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Oh, my God. I think there's something wrong with my PC color settings. Everything's red here. Let's go. There's always a polite way of sharing your point of view. I agree. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. I just want to make sure I'm hearing everything's right. Let's go. Oh, boy. Oh, here it comes. Here comes the bagel.
Woo-hoo!
Oh, baby. Yeah.
And look at this.
We're toasted up, man. Oh,
Toasted up.
we're toasted. I need the toast. I need the energy. Thank you, Jen.
And then you'll hit a sugar roll.
It's not easy being me.
Oh, look, the airlines are under pressure. Can I be a headline writer for these guys?
Well,
I could do it.
I could do that. Mm. I always go back and forth, right, and watch the rant for sure. It's the best part. 5:30 a.m. is kind of early for me, sir. You have made me much more of a morning person. Right on.
You know, people are feeling bad. Philip Morris is up.
Yeah. When the cigarette stocks are up, when it's a tough world.
When cigarettes and Miller beer are up, you know.
It's a rough one. It's a rough Monday morning. Like Rodney Dangerfield used to say, "You're going to be drinking early today." Yeah, you're going to be drinking early today. I have this heaviness all over. And then it says to me, "You're going to be drinking early today." Oh, yes, you're going to be drinking early today. Oh. Mm. $14.29 on SOFI. Come on. I'm so happy when I see you folks stealing this stuff. I love it. Stealing it. We're up 6 cents on ATIP. We're up 33 on AMC now. Another stock went into the green. AMC is green. NAV site holding 966. It's green. IBM is back to -2. It was green a moment ago. Back down 2 cents now. 14.30 on SOFI. Come on, SOFI. Oh boy. Do I need this bagel? Mm, mm. Oh boy. A lot of folks talking to each other. Welcome to the club. Hopefully keep it respectful. 14.26 on SOFI. Come on, SOFI. Turn it around. GameStop is coming on. 162.50. It's about to go green. There it is. GameStop is up. We're up 30. We have 3 stocks now. 4 stocks in the green. GameStop is up. ATIP is up. AMC is up. NAV site is up. Let's go. $13.99 on Matterport. Bargain. Bargain. We're up $2 on SoFi. On GameStop, 164.63. We're moving up. Go GameStop. Go up $3 here. 298 now. 165.64. GameStop is moving higher. Definitely taking a shot up here on GameStop. Do we have an announcement? Is there something going on? I don't know. Don't see anything. I have nothing on GameStop to justify the move, but it is moving higher. It was as low as 159. It's now 165.40 on only 357,000 shares. Definitely moving higher. Up 4 on ATIP. We're up 62 on AMC now. We're still up 46 on NavSite. 969. We're only down 8 cents on Sextera. That might turn as well. Watching these markets to see if any more will come along here. Zzz, here we go. Let's see. Still down 143 on the Dow. Down 27 on S&P. Down 200 on Nasdaq. So Nasdaq is definitely getting hit here. Go GameStop, 165. Watching this market. Matterport at $14 right now, down 91 cents. $164.91 on GameStop right now. All right. It's not news that's causing the run. It's your bagel. That's what it is. That's why we're going higher. Don't look for news announcements. Bruce is eating a bagel. Woohoo. $354 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Right on, folks. Thank you for being here this morning. Noticing the comments coming through and thumbs ups and the volumes on the show. It's nice to have you here. This is great. Nice to see you here today. Now, if we get the market to cooperate a little bit, that would be just super. Love that. Man. Come on, GameStop, make my day. $14.31 on SoFi. Bruce, why? Why? Don't know. There you go. Donnie, Uncle Bruce, I got so tired of watching my $1,000 2250 SoFi calls lose value as it came closer to the 122 expiration. So I bought $5,000 in SoFi stock straight. It doesn't expire. Well, there you go. There's the secret weapon right there. Oh my. I love that bagel. Oh boy. Energy. I got energy. The grape jelly is happening. Gonna make the market go up too. Come on, baby. Let's roll. Time for this market to take a shot. Let's get something going here. Oh my gosh. Aaron, Bruce, can you give me some hope? Bruce, I'm down 29% on ME after averaging down. I'm down 20% down on ATIP. I'm down 20% on SOFI. I expect SOFI to recover quite quickly leading up to Christmas, but I have no idea about the other two. Can you give me some hope? Well, I mean, 23 and ATIP, I think there's going to be a lot of news coming out on these companies. I really do. I know for a fact that management of both are not happy where the shares are. You cannot imagine how unhappy they are. And I am sure a whole bunch of consulting is going on right now between Wall Street, the companies, connections, bankers, backers. There's stuff cooking. There's all kinds of stuff cooking here, and you have to buy into the faith of the management. You have to buy into the notion that these people here who have millions of dollars on the line personally and hundreds of millions of dollars on the line for clients are not going to stand by and let this continue on that much longer. You have to have faith in these people for that. If you don't, well, then you got to get out. But if you believe Richard Branson is here to win, and the folks at 23andMe are here to win, and SoFi with all the work they're doing, you think they're here to win? I think so. I think they're here to win and score bigly. You definitely want to stick around for this show. GameStop's going up again. We're up $3.99 right now. It's $166.50 on GameStop. This is moving up again, guys. $166.50 on GameStop. There's something brewing here. I don't know what it is. But it's only 449,000 shares, but we're moving up now to 166.56. I'll get this out. 166.56 on GameStop, up $4. Something is brewing on GameStop. Now, ATIP is up 6 cents, and AMC is up $1.19 to 34.66. These are both moving higher consecutively. Something is going on. 166.78 on GameStop, up $4, like 412, 420. There is definitely movement happening. 14.34 on SoFi. We're still at 65 cents a share. We've sort of been bottom feeding here around the 4.30 range now for about an hour after hitting a low 14.18. Volume on SoFi, 12.8 million. 14.33 right now. We need a breakup. We need to break up past 14.50 to get this thing going again. GameStop, 166.95, heading for 167 now. Up 424.30 a share. GameStop going higher. New high just did touch 167 a moment ago. New high today for GameStop. 166.99 right now. 1 penny below the high of the day. Looks like it's going to go higher again. There it goes, 167.15, like through 167 like a hot knife through soft butter, like nothing. It's 167.15. Very good move here. What is happening? I do not know. I like it, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, there it is. Mm. $167 has been the high of the day so far on GameStop. Right on. pushing another movement up. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. More jelly, Bruce. It's working. It's working. 14.29 on SoFi. We're just hanging in there. Robinhood down 259. GameStop 166.35 up 383. Now up 4. 166.70 just popped up. ATIP still holding a 6-cent gain. AMC up $1.10. Matterport at 13.98. 23me down 48 cents to 7.12. We got a 14-cent drop on Fifth Wall. A 19-cent drop on Vector. We got Navsite now up 40 cents to 9.63. We have Sextera up 12 cents. It's gone green. 9.54. We're moving up on Sextera. IBM green again, up a penny. The Dow down 139. Coming on again a little bit here. The Dow coming back on a bit now again. All right. Microsoft down 240. Apple down 210. Tesla down 32. No help there. Royal Caribbean down 76 cents. That's turned around a bit. Amazon down 68 bucks. Facebook down 4. Alphabet down $37. And over on Goldman Sachs, we're down 435 to 406. The low of the day, 402. Now at 406 on Goldman Sachs. $700 stock is where that one is headed for. Okay, 1430 SoFi, 1431 SoFi. Let's go SoFi. At 166.64 on GameStop, just off 34 cents, 36 cents from the high of the day. It's taking a run again, 166.81. It's taking a shot at the high of the day here. Again, yep, it's at 166.96. Looks like GameStop wants to take another shot. Yep, there we go. Sextera is green now too. Let's see. ME, wow, can't believe it. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, looking for our best interest. Praying for growth in SPACs, holding through the storm, waiting for sunlight on the better. Have you thought of buying an air purifier? We're selling the house, and we're out of here in a few weeks, so we're hope to be out in a month. We're not going to buy anything new for the house right now. No. Volume on GameStop, let me tell you, 166.90. Volume, 514,000. No volume, and it's moving up smartly. Interesting. How is this going to play? Yeah, ME right now, 703. You think it's going to 6? It's at 703 right now, down 57 cents on the day. Up 40 on Navsite, 963. And we're up on the Sextera. We were up. It's down 2 cents again, but we were up just a moment ago. IBM up 14 cents again. It's climbing a second time now. The Dow down 129, climbing a little higher at the moment. All right. It's 1434 on SoFi. Come on, SoFi. Come on. Give us a little shot here, and we'll have a little bit of a move. Interesting day here. ATLP upset.
But I can see sky.
You can see sky and clouds? Like, that means you can see through the smoke and see the clouds.
I can see America.
You can see America?
It's right there.
Is it still there?
It's right there.
No one took it away?
No,
Yay! America's still there. It's only 3 miles from us. America is still standing right here like it always has been. Our old pal America.
Looks pretty smoky.
I can't wait to visit you guys. Oh, it does look kind of smoky over there. Yeah, Idaho's got smoke too. Nice to see America standing there. We haven't seen America for a couple of days. It's kind of been hiding behind this cloudy, ashy yuck. That's what it is. All this yuck. That's what's been going on.
They're just trying to.
We're trying to hide, but you can't hide America from us. It's too beautiful a country with too many beautiful people. We're up a nickel again on Sextera. Yay! IBM is up. Sextera is up. Navsite is up. AMC is up. ATIP is up. GameStop is up. How about the rest of these stocks? Let's get going, guys. Join the party. Come on. Come on, come on. Oh, boy. Bruce, this is a good time to write covered calls on GameStop for this Friday. Would this be the moment to perhaps do this? I would be watching right now, maybe a bit early, only because We don't have a reasoning yet for the move. We're happy for it at 166.89 again. And we're just off the high of the day. Here it is, 166.96. We're coming on yet again. There might be more than a $4 move in the move here today, which would tell me that if these shares break through 170 to 173, then I'd be looking at 180s, 185s, 190s for Friday as a possible contract. But something is happening here with, in a down day, these stocks are up okay on light volume. Something is going on. I just get the vibe. Anyway, it was always 159 on GameStop, now 166, looking good. But a Friday call might be too early at the moment to consider a Friday call. We might need a little more. 167.07 here, 167.24, new high on GameStop right now. New high. We're approaching 472 on the up move now. We're about to be up $5 a share. Here we go. 167.24, 167.48. Stock's going higher. So hang tough. We're going up on this thing. Let's see what it wants to give us. Thank you for the gain. Just think out there, everybody. Every time GameStop goes up $1, how much richer are you guys? Every time it goes up $1, how much richer are you guys? That's good stuff. 167.48, 167.62 up 510 now. Looking good. 74, 167.74 high today right now on GameStop. Something is brewing. I don't know what, but only 566,000 traded, up $5 plus. Looking good. 167.71 right at the high. 167.86 new high again. It's jumping 10, 15, 20 cents a trade. It seems to be popping right now. Don't get in the way of this stock. AMC is up 183 to 35.30 on 23 million. It's at the high of the day. I don't know why, but it is. We'll take it. I don't need an excuse, 168. We're going for 168 on GameStop. 167.88 right now. 12 cents from the high, from the new number. The run might run right through 168 here. Very, very good business. Very good trading here. We got Navside up 42. We have Sextera up 5. IBM up 20 cents. We got Purple Haze here. I think Purple Haze is a rejoiner, and I'm very glad to see Purple Haze popping up on the membership list. Way to go, man. Some of you are going to get new colors today. That's right. Some of you will get new colors today for sure. I'm excited for the new purple, for the new bagel colors that some of you are going to get today, because today's the big day. It's the 16th of the month, and that means this is the first day in March I offered memberships. 16th of March, and a whole bunch of you jumped in there, and every 16th it's a renewal for a bunch of you, and I so appreciate you doing this. Love having you around. Let's try to make some money. Oh man, yes. Well, let's see what happened. 168 says Bill. Here we go again. 169 just went through 168 to 169, straight to 169, up 645. It's going. Nice. I don't have any news. No news. It is just going higher and quickly at that. Very nice. Nice. Way to go, Game Stoop. I love it. Yes, we are up on the day here. 169.13, the high of the day right now, up 661. Very nice little pop going on here. AMC at 35.78, up 231. That's improving. Nice. With 14.34 on SOFI, a little better. Just a tiny bit better. We're up 42 on Navside, up 5 on Sextera, and we're down 6 cents on IBM, breaking everybody's hearts. Okay, what is going to happen? Here it is. Go GameStop. You can do it. Uncle Bruce, quick, eat a bagel. Keep it going. The volume jumped too. And I got my you know what back. I got my guy back. Oh boy, the hater is back. There we are. We got him back. How about that? Just when we thought it was going to be a quiet day, the hater came back. How about that? See? Yay! I'm a bad guy. Yay! The troll is back. Yay! Technicals look good. Buckle up. 650,000 volume on GameStop. Going higher. 168.83 right now. 168.94. We hit a high of 169.13, I think it was. 169.88. We almost hit 170 here on this shot. We're close to a 170 shot now. 169 again on GameStop. How about that? Troll is back. Yeah, spam time. They fear you, Bruce, because you're a pure soul and knowledgeable to the core. There it is. Time to troll Bruce again. Free money for Uncle Bruce from the enemies. Bruce is involved in Kabul falling. There it is. It's official. 169.60. 169.60. Going for 170 on SoFi, kids. And who knows how much higher. I'm sorry, on not on SoFi, on GameStop. GameStop could be through 170 like nothing. SoFi 14.34, down 35 cents at the moment. ATIP up a nickel. AMC at 35.53, up 206. Yeah, hey, Troll, put money into SoFi. There you go. Okay. The Dow's still down 137. S&P down 26. NASDAQ down 180. Oil down 172. There it is. Here we go. Here we go. We're back. The scammer is back to scam again. He's back to scam again. Oh, my. SoFi? I'd faint if it was 169. Wouldn't that be great? Drop Family Garden Troll. I'd watch your channel even if you have no interest in the markets. You rock. Thank you. That's it. Is the troll giving his phone number one digit at a time by chance? Bruce starts wildfires. There we go. Yeah. It looks like somebody found Mommy's credit card again, hidden beneath her butterscotch and lint-covered gum in the bottom of her purse. Somebody have an experience in this area? That sounds awfully accurate. Yeah. How do you know so much detail about the bottom of a purse? What's going on here? I just made a bacon egg cheese bagel. Oh, Drops Family Garden. Way to go. Way to go.
So that's what they all have to surprise me. Bacon.
Ooh, man, that'll be something. Oh my gosh. Our troll friend must have made money on GameStop and paid a subscription because he's back in business. What can I say? 168.61, 168.90 on GameStop. We're up 5 cents on ATIP. We're up $2 on AMC right now. We're up $6 on GameStop. We're up 42 on NavSite, up 2 cents on Sextera. IBM up 16 cents. The Dow down 132 points. This is where we're at this morning. ME is at 707. Matterport 13.99. So some up, some down, some we don't know what. What is going on? We're trying to follow this all. Stonks go up, stonks go down. You can't explain that, says Bill O'Reilly. Let's see. Oh man. Here we go. Here we go again. Another bunch of shots coming through there. There we go. There you go. He keeps coming. He keeps coming. Whew. Smooth wake. I re-upped my sub today, Bruce, just for the infighting and trolls. Oh, and I'm making money as well. Oh, thank you. Thank you for doing that, folks. Appreciate you renewing your memberships today. 168.71 on GameStop, up 6.19 a share. ATIP up a nickel, and AMC up 235 to 35.82. A good bump there. We're coming out on the 116, and we're through 169 on GameStop. Just went right through 169 again. All right. 169.88 is the high of the day. Well, let's keep that troll paying membership fees. That's more money for Uncle Bruce. Let's see here. Okay. 168.50, 168.11. Jumping around. 1434 on SoFi. Okay. Here we go. Let's go. There we go. There we go. There we go. We think he has a mental health issue. Yeah, probably. What can I say? Loser. Loser. 420 on ATIP. Come on, take a shot. Let's go, man. Oh, my. Yeah, we're following this crazy market today. All right. Get that guy a vodka and a chill pill. Okay. Oh, God. 167.59 on GameStop, up 507. Volume now on GameStop is showing 726,000. So that's definitely a little higher on the volume side. SoFi volume now at 1434, 14 million. Okay. 1437 now on SoFi, getting a little stronger. 167.70 on GameStop, coming on a little bit again. ME at 705. Matterport back to 14. Navsite up 42 to 965. Sixtera up 2 cents. IBM up 5. That's what we're at here, guys. There we go. All right. Okay. I bet you the troll is Jen in another room just messing with Uncle Bruce. She's kind of evil like that. You can't trust someone who likes curling in the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, you know, there's something going on there. Oh, them's are fighting words. What's the volume showing on GameStop? William wants to know. I'm showing 744,000 right now. That's what I'm showing. High today, 169.88, 167.64 right now. And SoFi back to 1430 again. 23andMe at 705. Matterport 1398. Okay. Let's see here. A couple more. There we go. There we go. Oh, gosh. Get rid of this guy again. I know the troll is back. Every minute or two, another bunch of comments. He's calling me a lawyer. He's saying that I was a lawyer, and that I was trying to rip off a trust company in Vancouver as a lawyer. I never knew I was a lawyer. When did I have the time? I was doing it at night school. Jen had no idea. I was doing law school on the side, and I passed the bar. I didn't tell her. Then I had a bunch of clients. I ran a law office. I never told her. I was a trouble. I kept all my calls. I did. For people in England, that's a barrister. Oh yeah, and for you in England, that's a barrister. There you go. What can I say? Right. 1434 on SoFi. 168.52 on GameStop, up $6. Come on, let's go. Scott says, I love Jen curling and my Steelers. There you go. Uncle Bruce was a lawyer on that TV show Night Court. That's what that was. See, there you go. There you go. There you go. Let's see. You watch the background on night court, and you'll find Bruce there. You'll see him there. There you go. 168.09 on GameStop. Oh, come on, man. 1436 on SoFi. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, SoFi. Hit back up to 15 here. And let go from here. Alrighty, here we go. We got another one here. Let's see. I'm not sure how many channels this guy's creating or what he's doing. Or how he's doing what he's doing. I really don't know. Right. That's it. Let's see, here's what it is. I secretly defended OJ. I was the guy. There you go. Are we starting to roast Bruce again? Is that what we're doing? 1438 on SoFi. A little better. Can it mount a bit of a pop from here? GameStop pushing 169 again. We're just now one, and we just backed off $1. So we were just coming on again, and we backed up. 168.70 on GameStop right now. That's where we're at, kids. Still up on Sextera and Navsite. IBM up 24 cents. Back up again. Go figure on the IBM. Are you getting new member alerts every time the troll rejoins? No, I'm getting. I just see his messages pop up, and I'm kind of wondering if he's trying to change his name from the old versions to the new name, and is trying to troll again. That's what I'm thinking about. What's going on here? Yeah. Let's see here. And what else is going on here? Yeah. Bruce is an actor. He was one of the Daryls in No Hard. I have my brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl. That's me. That's me. And I had my securities license revoked. That's news to me. That's news to me. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Lordy. I'm actually Liam Neeson in disguise. Bruce sunk the Titanic. Uncle Bruce's favorite shows are all Ronald Reagan films. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. 1434 on that SoFi. It's just sitting there. It is just stuck there. GameStop 167.01. ATIP up 5 cents. AMC up $1.47. Yeah, we're just there. Bruce faked the moon landing. And here we go. Let's go through here. Oh boy. Oh, pardon-moi. Dow's up, still down 136 at the moment. Folks, there you have it. Bruce took my job. Neat. Thank you. January 2022 SoFi calls cheaper than 2022 $5 calls. Buy those. Yeah, I would say if you're going to buy anything, 1435 on SoFi, 166.08 on GameStop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bruce took my hair. Uh, and let's see. Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show today. And let's go. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Yep, yep, yep. It's a quiet one. It's gotten awful quiet around here, except for the troll. It's gotten kind of quiet. Let's see. Oh gosh. There we go. What's the story on NSH? It will be Spire Global. Probably by tomorrow. We'll probably be trading at Spire Global. I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure though. We're at 976 up 53, and the deal is done. So we should have that trading at Spire Global here. Okay. Here we are. More of these comments here to eliminate. Oh. ME price target cut to 12 from 14 apparently. That's what Aaron is saying. Thank you, Purple Haze. Yeah, man. Yeah, following these comments, folks, just to stay on top of the hacker here. Bruce gives out full-size candy bars for Halloween. That's how good he is. There we go. Oh boy. There we go. Okay. 1436 on SoFi. Can it take a pop here? I don't know. Mr. T, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it all. Appreciate all your support, folks. It's one of those mornings where the troll is out. SoFi 1437. Can it come on? Can it get better? Thank you, everybody. Matterport 1404, 23andMe 712. Navsite up 61 cents to 984 again, taking another run. Sexter up 3 cents. IBM is up 33 cents right now. Great class yesterday. Thank you, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. You were the best. Aurora, thank you for popping in to see us. We did 2 classes this past weekend, lessons 9 and 10, talking about trading butterfly spreads, option spreads, how you can get involved in a stock like GameStop. You can control GameStop shares with less than $100 on contracts with less than $100 of risk. Also, the other class was about how I find my favorite stocks. We did that one yesterday, and that class went very well, very, very well. A lot of good questions on that one. I enjoyed that. We're now having those classes edited, and they should be up on the website tomorrow or the day after. So yes, so there you go. Right. 166.56 on GameStop. Oh boy. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate all your thoughts. Thank you, everybody. The support is great. 945 and Sextera, 984 on Navsite, up 61 cents now. Going higher. Thank you, everybody. 1441 on SoFi. 1441, a little bit better on the SoFi. Can it break the 1450 level and pick up a little bit of momentum, or is it just a little shot and it's going to come back? 166.80 at 428 on GameStop. Go, GameStop, go. The Dow still down 139, S&P down 26, NASDAQ down 185. Going to pick up lesson number 3. Right on, Robert. Way to go, buddy. 167 now on GameStop, up 465. Navsite at 59 cents. Okay. Yep, we do have that happening. This comment right here, he's using now member names to, he's impersonating some of you to try to get his messages up, and I still block those because it's not blocking you, it's blocking him using a name that's yours. ridiculous. It is so ridiculous how this is allowed to happen. I don't understand how YouTube allows this stuff to go on. Yeah, YouTube needs to ban his IP. I agree. I totally agree with that. Yeah, yeah, that's totally what it has to be. 1449 on now on SoFi. 1449. That's the best level in a while for SoFi. Probably the best level in over an hour at the moment. Okay. Let's see. 15 million shares traded now on SoFi. 1448, 1449. GameStop holding 167. ATIP up a nickel, 5.5 cents to 420.5. We're up $2 on AMC. We're up 57 on NavSite, down 2 cents on Sextera, up 34 on IBM right now. The Dow is down 116. That's coming on a bit. Down 22 on S&P, NASDAQ down 169. Okay. Here we go. Okay. That's what we got right there. Okay. Whoo-hoo-hoo-wee. Oh. Yeah, if a call goes to zero, it still can recover. The underlying stock goes up. Yeah, the call can come back into the money. Sure, certainly can. 1449 on SoFi, trying to reach 1450 again. Oh my! Oh my! It's getting real slow up here. 123 drop on the Dow right now, and our shares are just meandering here. We had a bit of a run on GameStop to 169.88. Couldn't break 170. We're just under that level now, and let's see here. There we go. Okay. And yeah. That's what's happening. He's using other people's names now to goof around. And we're coming to the end of our first show this morning, so we're going to say goodbye to the troll. I'm going to be back at 3 o'clock this afternoon in case the troll wants to know. We'll be back at 3 this afternoon for the last hour of the day here. We're at 1452 on SoFi, so we've broken through the 1450 resistance level. That's a good sign. Hopefully, we now have a bit of a run back to the $15 level. The SoFi low was 1418. We've had 15.4 million trades, so the volume's really backed off. Selling has stopped. Nickel and dimes are now moving up. We're moving up on the SoFi as people are scooping up the deals here. 1453, another penny recovered. GameStop 166.62 up $4. ATIP up 4 cents. AMC up $1.79. We're at 721 on 23andMe. We're recovering there from a low of 701. That's improving. Matterport low of the day 1387. We're at 1405. A little better there. NavSite up 57 cents to 980. So we're looking good there. And IBM up 26 cents. That's what we have right there. Thank you guys for being here today, hanging out with me. Sorry you had to travel. Sorry you had to suffer through our little troll today, but that is what we've got going on right now. We have a little activity here from a troll. We're just trying to get rid of this guy, and we'll keep blocking him out. We'll report him and everything else as well. Thank you everybody for being here. See me later today if you like at 3 o'clock Eastern, and then we'll see you tonight on Traveling with Bruce at 7 o'clock for the member show and 8 o'clock for the big show, Cruise News, Travel News. We'll talk about that live tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern time on Traveling with Bruce as well. Thank you everybody. There you have it. Thank you for that, and thank you for going after this troll like we are. We'll catch you this afternoon at 3 o'clock, everybody. Hang in there. We're trying to power our way back. 1453 on SOFI. Certainly coming on right now. There's definitely no question about that. All right, guys. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.